This past weekend, Madison was flooded with some of the fittest athletes in the world, all competing at the CrossFit-Games. But for one athlete, things didn't go quite according to plan, as Katelyn Davis found out what was supposed to be a great finish ended up with a miraculous recovery instead.
There's not often second chances, so.
Dave Rempel was one of the thousands of athletes competing in the CrossFit Games last week, where just seconds separated the winners from the rest of the pack. But in Dave's case, the time on the stopwatch wasn't what mattered most.
You know, I remember slurring my speech a little bit, basically saying, yeah, I'm fine, I just dropped my rope. I didn't know really, I just thought this is overreacting. I just stumbled a little bit, I'm fine. I didn't, it wasn't until, by that time, CrossFit, I'm not sure who it was, but had called for an ambulance. And I remember being slid into the ambulance thinking, this is not necessary. I didn't feel like I warranted a trip to the hospital.
In minutes, Dave was in an ambulance on his way to St. Mary's Hospital, diagnosed with symptoms of a stroke. 10 minutes after arriving at St. Mary's, Dave received medication that would break up a clot in his brain. 7 minutes later, he was in the operating room.
And the symptoms were very severe, and so, Dr. Ronk and I, took, about 2 seconds to come to a consensus that the thrombectomy was a procedure that he'd benefit from.
In 2 hours after Dave's symptoms started, he was awake and moving that same side that couldn't hold the rope just hours before.
Yeah, I mean, this just shows it can happen to anybody, no matter your age or your, how healthy you are or how physically fit you are. And I really think that, the most important thing we can learn from this is that time is important.
I'm very thankful for the chain of events, how everything kind of all played out.
News 3 Now, Katelyn Davis.
SSM Health stroke team gave a lot of credit to Madison paramedics who identified the stroke symptoms quickly, even though it could have been easily misdiagnosed based on Dave's age and health. The team says Dave's recovery is nothing short of miraculous.